Hey there, my friends. Dan G. Fox here, and hope you're having a Fox-tastic day. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. I appreciate that. I was having a conversation yesterday on Facebook with a scammer. And one of the things I like to do if I have time, you know, and I got some leisure time available, I like to mess around with the scammers to waste their time so they don't spend it trying to reach out to somebody else and scam them, and also to make them squirm a bit. Okay, I get my thrills in weird ways. All right, so yesterday I had the scammer, and I'm going to share with you in a minute my Facebook Messenger conversation. Now, I almost didn't do this video because I didn't want to alert these scammers on how I can pick up, that they are scammers almost from the beginning. But, and I'm not going to show everything that I helped to determine that, but I also wanted to do the video because I want to help others to kind of see some of the things you can look for so that you don't get caught up by a scammer, because they're slick. They're not very smart, but they're very slick. Okay, so let me share my screen, and I'm just going to go through this conversation. So this is the guy here. My guess is he stole the name or stole the pictures or whatever from this person, or maybe it's not even the right name with the right pictures. But anyway, so I looked at his profile. I never accept a friend request until I looked at the profile. I looked at it, and I was kind of like halfway. Is this guy legit? He almost seems like he's a scammer, but it was halfway. Okay, so I went in and accepted him. He says, hello, Dan. I added you from the digital downline system. I was hoping if we could share some ideas and the subject of their legitimacy. Now, here, clue number one is he's trying to say, I want to make sure something's legit. All right. So he's trying to put me at ease on a program that maybe I was in a group some time ago. I don't even recognize the group, honestly, but he's trying to make me at ease, helping me to think he wants to make sure something is legit. So that's a big clue there. Clue number one. And the other clue, he says, and also share some recommendations. All right, so that's the next clue. All right. And then I go, hi, Harry, thanks for the ad. I don't use the system. So I didn't engage him any more than that. I want to see what he's going to do. So he comes back, I joined newly, but their activity is very different from what I am doing. Now, new clue. He contacted me, an affiliate marketer, right? I'm an affiliate marketer. But he's saying this is different. What I'm doing is different from affiliate marketing. Well, that already begins to make me know that he's probably a scammer. And then he wants me to seem like he's interested in me, and he says, if I may ask, what company are you currently working with? And I say, my main program is SaveClub. Because maybe I'm wrong, maybe he is legit. I still didn't think so, but so if he is, I want to throw in my little pitch. Easiest I have done, glad I found it. Let me guess, right? You're doing crypto or some other investment, right? Because they always come at you with crypto or trading or investment or Forex or something, right? And he responds, yes, I'm doing passive investment. It's working out great. And they ask me, what do you do? I've already told him in the last message what I do. But they don't take the time to really read the messages. They're just spitting out stuff. Okay? But I mentioned my message. Then I said, aren't you curious how I knew you were into crypto or investment? So now I'm starting to reel him in a little bit. Okay? I decided I want to have a little fun with him. And he says, yes, how do you know? And I said, I have good intuitions. And he says, what intuitions? I can spot scammers a mile away, I say. And he says, how is this even possible? Everyone involved in crypto trading is classified as a scammer. Is crypto a yardstick for scamming? This is always traceable. He's he's trying to act like he's indignant. How dare you? I'm just an innocent trader, whatever, And I go, no, not at all. Crypto is legit, but I can spot the scammers within. They're not very smart, and they think everyone else isn't either. All right. So he says, what's your yardstick to know that scammers, because anyone can share opportunities that work with them? He doesn't realize, maybe he's a little slow. He didn't really realize that I'm saying he's a scammer yet. Okay. And I says, I won't expose all the details, but let me say patterns. He says, please let me know the pattern. And I go, no, that would help you to scam people, and I would not want that. And then he goes, you mean I'm a scammer? His indignation really jumps in there now. And I go, yes, I believe so. And I've been around, I have about a 98% accuracy rate on spotting scammers. And if I'm wrong, my apologies. But I don't think I am wrong. And he goes, well, in that case, you are wrong, and I can never scam anyone. Okay, so he's trying to make me think he's just an innocent investor. Okay, and I go, glad to hear that. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. And then he says, why would I love this right here. Why would I scam someone when I earn enough for myself and my family? I'm not the type to put all my eggs in one basket, but I'm the same way. And I share what works for me, he says. And I go, that's good. He says, that's good. And I go, indeed. So now, he's trying to make me more at ease. These are all clues. This is why I'm showing this to you. I was once a victim of a scam company, and they are very smart in what they are doing. Yeah, they're slick, but not smart. But since 2021, I don't want to show that link there, but since 2021, my dad showed me this investment. I'm doing really great with it. Well, that's cool. I'm trying to play coy now. All right. It was never easy for me, but all thanks to God. Here's another clue. These scammers always invoke God. They always do. Look, I'm a God-fearing Christian. I get it. But they have this thing about always want to throw God in to make you think they're a God-fearing Christian as well, or a God-fearing person as well. And I love this. Now, this is my only conversation with this guy, so it's not like I've known him a long time and have this confidence. So he comes back and says, I am confidently telling you that if you lose anything in the company, I will pay you back myself. Yeah, right. Okay. And I said, no need. I'm still convinced you're a scammer. You fit the pattern. He goes, okay. So he goes, and I says to all the scammers, I hope you get caught, or that you change your life before you meet God. Okay, and I mean that. I really want them to change their life before they meet God. Okay. He goes, again, I'm not a scammer. Now, I'm really getting ready to roll him in now. Okay, and I asked him, where are you located? Now, his profile says he's in Glasgow, United Kingdom. Okay, that's what his profile says. But he has a series of pictures that are all U.S.-centric. Okay, they're all U.S.-centric, including a picture of the gentleman standing in front of a veterans cemetery. Okay, which is very easily recognizable. And I says, ever been to the U.S.? And he goes, no. Why do you ask? And I says, just to confirm that I was correct. I hate to help you in your scamming ways, but to show you how you may be slick, but you're not smart. You've never been to the USA, but your pictures are from the U.S. Plus the IP you use to access Facebook is not in the UK. That is all I will tell you, but know that you need to change your ways. I know life is probably tough for you, but scamming people is not the way. Where are you? In Nigeria or similar? He says, okay, so now he's going to flip it around. I have been in the U.S. on a vacation with my friends, but I said no just to see what you were going to come back with. You're very smart. I like that. And I says, indeed I am, but you're digging yourself deeper. I'm reeling him in some more. And then there's an image on his profile of him standing in front. Looks like a public restroom he's standing in front of with a big M, neon M. And I says, in that image with the M in the background, where is that taken? I already know where it was taken. He says, sorry, I don't understand. He says, you have an image. I says, you have an image of you that has a blue logo in the wall. Where is that? And he goes, man, you are very smart. Where are you from? And I go, lots, laugh out loud, USA. And he goes, okay, am Nigerian. He admitted it. I knew it. He admitted it. And then I says, I thought so. Are you Igbo or Yoruba? It's two major tribes in Nigeria. I spelled it wrong, but he says, you mean Igbo and Yoruba? And he says, he's an Igbo tribe. And, and so he admitted it. that he was a scammer. I've never had them admit to be a scammer. Usually they'll just block me or cut me off. All right. So I had some fun with him. I made him see that he's not as smart as he thinks he is, and hopefully waste enough of his time that he won't worry about it. And then somebody asked me why didn't I report the profile? You can, but look, all he's going to do is just make another profile, right? This is what these guys do all day long. Is it, if if Facebook shuts down one profile, they just open up another one, use a different IP address or whatever, to get in there. So it's not worth the time to do it. But I made this video to help you see some of the things you can do or ask, okay, to see if something is legitimate. Now, I'm part of SaveClub. That's my primary business. It's very legitimate. If you're looking for something to make money online and you don't have to worry about scammers, then I invite you to, I have a link in the description. I invite you to click on that link. You can join for free and get in the power line. That way you can see exactly what's going on with the business. You can see people are joining right and left. This company is new, so you're getting in on the ground floor. And that's really important, getting in on the ground floor, because it kind of keeps you at the top of the heap. Because we're predicting we're going to get to 1 million people, within the year, and so you'd be ahead of everybody by joining now. So I encourage you to go ahead and click on the link and check out a legitimate business. And here's the other thing: is not only is SaveClub a legitimate business, but also this team that you'd be part of if you join with me is the fastest growing team in SaveClub, with some astounding astounding training being done by 6, 7, and 8 figure earners in the business. So the timing is right, because we're just getting started. The company is right, and the team is right. So I invite you to go ahead and get started now. At least check it out. Click on the link, check it out, and let's get you going. So before I go, if you got something out of this video, I would appreciate if you click on the like button. That helps me out on my algorithms with Facebook. And comment. I like comments, good, bad, or different. In fact, if you've been scammed, or if you have been approached by a scammer, put it in the comment below. Don't be ashamed. We've all have gotten caught up or approached. So I want this video to be able to help as many people as we can to avoid being scammed. So if you've been approached and some technique that they use, put it in the comments below too. That'll help others as well. So if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. We appreciate you being here. I don't want you missing out on anything else, because I put out videos on a regular basis to help you make money online. So go ahead and click on the subscribe button and click on the bell. That way you get notified when I put out new videos. Okay. So again, that's it. And I'll see you in the next video, and you have a foxtastic day.